We're about 22 minutes into my 40-minute sauna session today, and then following this, I'm going to hop in the cold plunge for about 3 to 5 minutes. We are 2 days out from the PHX Marathon. All the work is done up to this point. Now it's just all about recovery. The last 4 days, I haven't ran at all. I've just been doing an hour of yoga, using my entire Theragun battery on my whole body. A 30 to 40 minute sauna session with a 3 to 5 minute cold plunge, and wearing my Normatec compression boots anywhere from an hour to 2 hours every single day. I've really been focusing on taking all my supplements and just really focusing on my sleep, making sure I'm getting 7.5 to 8.5 hours every single night. And I've hit every single one of those spot on, and today is the second to last day. We're flying out tonight. I gotta go pick Riley up from school here in a couple hours, and we're going straight to the airport to fly out. But yeah, just body's feeling good. Shooting to PR, get anywhere as close to 3 hours as possible would be awesome. I'll probably just go out there and win this whole race, most likely, but we'll see. Depends on how I'm feeling that morning. Still dealing with a little bit of a knee and hamstring issue, but other than that, I'm feeling great, ready to rock. I wish the race was tomorrow, but yeah, gonna finish out the sauna sesh, then head home. I'm on my way to go pick up Riley from school so we can head on to the airport. Just got out of bumper to bumper traffic because there is water on the roadway, like absolutely everywhere around where we live. It's been raining for like 3 days straight, which is pretty frustrating. But it'll be nice to get to Arizona and be in some sunny weather for a couple days. I already forgot what the sun looks and feels like, so that's gonna be super nice. I started off leaving the house by killing 2 ginormous spiders on my porch, so you know, this trip has already started with me taking out 2 fierce competitors, so it's looking like I'm gonna do really good and probably win this race, most likely. I also forgot to videotape the gels and just the nutrition that I'll be taking in throughout this race. So I will get a little clip of that and just go over the nutrition facts on all those things. I've experimented with a lot of gels, and I'm thinking I found the right one that works for me. I've had a lot of issues in my last marathons. I think anytime, like when I'm pushing the pace and my heart rate's up really high, just kind of nothing really sits well in my stomach. When I'm doing ultras, kind of anything really goes, because you're not going balls out the whole time. But I'll be going through that, show you guys my race day outfit, everything I'm going to be wearing. I'll show you the shoes that I have. I've only worn them once so far in a half marathon. I ran pretty fast for me in that, so everything's looking good. Body feels good, recovery's been good. Got a little shakeout run tomorrow, gonna do some yoga, and then we're gonna go to the expo and get our bibs, packet pickup. It's gonna be a fun race. I'm doing the full marathon, my buddy Jared's doing the full marathon, and then my fiance Riley and her mom are doing the half, and then also my mom, my sister, and her boyfriend are doing the half as well, and everyone's gonna have a great race, so it's gonna be fun times in Arizona.
You look great. Let's go. Let's go, bud. Get in there.
Finish the marathon looking strong. Gerald,
just got back from Arizona, literally got back home less than an hour ago. It was a good trip. everyone finished the race. Everyone did good in the race. I PR'd my marathon by about a little over 2 minutes. I ended up getting like my actual marathon time was 3:08:28. The course was a little bit longer, so my race official time was like just a couple seconds over 3 hours and 9 minutes. And I think I just said 2:08. It was 3:08:28. But yeah, now that was the last marathon of the year. Hit my goal, impressed my fiance, and also PR'd. But now I still got one more goal that I got to go after before January 1st, which is hit 2,000 miles on the year. I have, as of today, 117 miles left. So my body's feeling pretty beat up from that marathon. My calves are super tight and my hamstrings are. I ran 5 miles the day after the marathon back in Arizona, and that hurt pretty bad. But we're gonna go see what I can do. I have a free day the rest of the day, so I am gonna go just jog around on some trails, get out in this rainy Washington weather, and just push myself and see how far I can go today. I'm shooting for, at the very minimum, a half marathon, and who knows, maybe I end up running 50 miles, maybe I end up running 20 or 30. I don't know how I'm feeling. I barely brought anything. I just kind of threw stuff together and got in the car and went to make the most of my time. But yeah, I'm happy to finish out the year with a PR. But now moving on to bigger goals, I'm focusing more on ultras, and then I'll probably go back to that same marathon next year in December and try to PR again. Maybe I'll be a lot fitter, maybe a little bit lighter, and maybe I can get that Boston qualifying time, who knows. But now my eyes are set on ultras. Got to get my body and mind ready to be running for more than 28 hours at a time. That's how long it took me to do my last 100 miler. I'm going into the Bigfoot 200 in August, and I'm shooting for under 72 hours. I don't know how realistic that is. I haven't done anything over 100 miles on the dot, so we're just going to be testing the limits this year and just constantly pushing those long distance runs. Got to get back into my hiking and all my uphill strength, so got a lot of work to do. It's not the new year yet, but I am starting fresh as of today and resetting and going after some new goals. So stay tuned. I'll try to take some videos. It's super rainy out, but I'll try to document a little bit of what I do today if I end up doing anything cool. About 2 hours in. I'm gonna go for about 5 more miles. Should take me like 45 to 50 or so minutes. I'm jogging nice and easy on the trails. Legs are hurting today, but just trying to get the miles in. I think I'm gonna get to 17 total because that evens out the rest of my mileage for the year, right at 100 left. So just doing a quick refuel and then getting back to it. So I never made a video of the gels that I was using during my marathon. The PHX Marathon was sponsored by this brand, Carbs Fuel. They have a bunch of different kinds of gels, but the specific ones that I was using were these guys, the ones with sodium. So they have 200 calories, 450 milligrams of sodium, 50 grams of carbs, 29 grams of sugar. And that's about all they have in it. This is the one gel that I've found that doesn't mess my stomach up. I still ended up throwing up at mile 21, but that's simply just because I ate too much food before the race. In recent past, when I've done all my other marathons, I've literally just been eating way too much gels, and they're never like the same ones. They're always just like a handful of goos, just random brands. And mixing that all together, they're all super processed, and they all just mess my stomach up, especially when I'm pushing at a high intensity and my heart rate's really high, like I really got to be careful with what I'm putting into my stomach. Otherwise I'm just going to throw up. Even though I still did, it wasn't because of the gels this time. These have been awesome. They don't really have a flavor. They're a little bit flavorless. But they have like a little bit of a sugary taste to them, and they're more liquidy. They're not super thick and don't get stuck to the inside of your mouth. They're easy to take down. And then, so I had about 4 or 5 of these. I can't remember exactly how many I had. I was trying to do something every like 3 to 4 miles. I didn't stick to exactly that. And then I had 2 BPN Go gels, specifically these apple cinnamon ones are my favorite, and these were the caffeinated ones. So I had 2 of these. They each have 75 milligrams of caffeine, 100 calories, 110 milligrams of sodium, 24 grams of carbs, 20 grams of sugars, and that's about it. I have a couple other vitamin content in there and whatnot, but these were just a good little boost to give me some more energy to finish out the race. I still ended up cramping towards the end of the race. I think that's just because of the Arizona temperature. It was sunny. I've been training in this cold Washington weather, and I went out a little too hot in the race, not way too far above the pace that I wanted to go, but I still was running a little bit faster than I should have. But yeah, that is the fuel that I use. I forgot to take a video earlier, so I just wanted to add that in there. Back in the lab, just got done with a 7-mile run. Body is still beat up. Did the marathon on Saturday, did 5 miles on Sunday, flew back on Monday, did 17 miles on Monday, which was yesterday, and then did 7 more miles today. Goal was to just run for an hour and see how far I got. I would have loved to get 10 miles in. I still might go to the gym this afternoon and get those 3 more miles in and get a lift in as well, but just finished up the run. I like to come in the sauna right after I get done running. It feels really good. And there's research out now that it helps build red blood cell count and improve your endurance overall. So I've just been trying to implement that into my training. It was cold out, so I just came straight into the sauna with all my stuff on. Just gonna try to dry off everything, but yeah, back to work. Still got just about 93 miles left to finish out for the rest of the year. So should be very doable, but it's gonna take a lot of work. Legs are hurting pretty bad still, so yeah,